script says, breathe, 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 yeah. Cherami's is like,
I don't, okay, I think I can remember the context of the scene, so it'll just be like a little ad-lib situation.
I'll just be breathing over here.
I'm gonna need to fill in the space while my friend remembers that. Okay, hold on. Let me like think it out. Okay. I made it in time. Oh, thank God I made it in time. I was so worried. I was following you on the map and then you disappeared. Are you turning into Darth Vader? We should get you a lightsaber for season 2.
Kirito, I am your mother.
That's true! In another show.
In a different show.
Yeah, that's actually accurate.
So we'll go here and then back there.
Okay, so when you're voicing a character, do you ever suffer from secondhand embarrassment?
Yeah, duh. What was the scene you saw? All the time.
For me, I haven't really experienced it because it's kind of hard to embarrass myself. I think I just embarrass myself anyways. It's first-hand embarrassment while I'm in the room.
I was used to it by this point, but like any fan service situation or anything like that, you're just kind of like, this is mildly uncomfortable. My character has no clothes on. So by default, it's like I have no clothes on, and there's a window of people like staring at me like I'm a panda in a zoo. Like, it's just kind of awkward, is it not?
There's a couple fan service moments where I'm like talking on the side of the screen, and the rest of the screen is just fan service. So it's great because it'll just pause there and it'll just be like, oh, look what I'm looking at. Hey now. All right. Bryce, you didn't hit any of the flaps. Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention to that.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
All right, back there. I have not.
I'm frightened. Is it along the lines of 16.5? Because that was emotionally scarring.
I'm sure there's.
That was not even secondhand embarrassment. That was like, what?
Is there something specific that we should look at?
Did you have something? You have something?
I found a Kirito and Sugo lemon if you would be interested in doing that sort of thing.
A what now?
Let me see. No, we're on a Kirito Sugo lemon.
Oh no.
So it's Bryce and Tom is really what we're getting at here. Is that what's happening?
Wait, how? You know, it's not an 18+ panel, so how far does this go?
Oh yeah, I just Googled. Never mind.
And end scene.
What is happening in this room right now? But wait, is it like so is there like a fan fiction that we should like actually look at, or is it just gonna make us question everything about our lives? Both? Fantastic.
Best guy.
Yeah.
Why are you credited as Dick Smallberry Jr.?
Don't even.
That is a hilarious name. Dick Smallberry's Jr.? Wow. That is hilarious. That's hilarious. Must be some kind of joke or something. I don't know.
What?
I think you're about the very minor, like, things you went to between flying and Kirito.
Oh my God.
I think it's great.
Yeah, they just think each other are pretty cute.
We got a bromance.
Yeah, it's a bromance. It's a bromance.
Every guy has a bromance or two.
I think in episode 1, there's like one part where they're like partying, and the Japanese was a little unclear on exactly what they were saying to each other.
You're cute.
So I think we toned that down a bit in English to make it more of a bromance and not a romance. Yeah.
In your opinion, what do you think would have happened to the storyline if the Moonlit Black Cats actually survived that episode?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't think you would have met Asuna.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't have met up with Asuna. They probably would have died later, though. If they didn't die that time, someone else would have killed them.
On that cheery note.
Such a happy.
I mean, the show is not, it's not happy for most of the characters. And in that episode in particular, I got misty when I was watching it. Like, I could feel my eyes like tearing up. And I thought that was pretty incredible that a show could connect you to a character that you just met and break your heart in the same episode. Because normally, you know, if you're watching a show and they introduce a character and then that character blows up 5 minutes later, you're just like, no, that was cool, they blew up.
Right.
But
If you invest in them,
yeah,
you want them to stick around.
you get invested in those characters so quickly. And I was pretty impressed by that. Yeah.
Same for Attack on Titan, correct? Kind of.
Without spoiling anything.
There's titans and they attack things?
Yes.
There's
Don't
attack
spoil it.
That's crazy.
When I was watching that show, I got to one episode in particular, and I was like, oh no, they just Game of Thrones me. Oh, you gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there one back here? Yeah. With Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yeah. Oh, that song at the end is what did it. I mean, that's the one that just like hurts. And you see him just there, just like crying his eyes out. Like, you feel so bad for him. And you know that episode is really important for Kirito as a character because he carries that guilt with him all the way through every episode of the show. Yeah, that was rough. That was rough. I don't know if I associate that song particularly with it. Yeah. I think just when everything gets put together, that's what does it, not just the song. Yeah.
So, one was wondering, like, you have someone who's never seen Sword Art Online, but they did not like the .hack series. How can you convince them that Sword Art would be something they might enjoy in .hack? Is there both similar comments?
Well, I mean, if they're against VR MMORPGs, you're not going to convince them. But if they're open to that sort of, you know, concept, I always describe Sword Art as like the grown-up version, at least for me, because I worked on Legend of the Twilight Bracelet. I was Shugo in .hack. I feel like that's more of a softer version, if that's a good description of it. I mean, in Sword Art, people are dying left and right, right in front of you.
Pretty graphic.
Yeah, I feel like it's a more serious version. Also, I think a good way of describing Sword Art is a love story, because the love story that's going through the entire series, I think is what really connects people to the characters, and sort of sets the show apart, because it's a very real love that they have inside a game. So I think that's kind of an interesting theme that goes through the show. Yeah.
Have you happened to heard of or seen this anime called Log Horizon?
I've heard of Log Horizon. So another game, anime inside a game
Where you die.
where if you die, you're just like your memories are erased.
Ooh.
Yes.
It's a cool concept. Cool
It's a
concept.
good show.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people are watching that show. That's cool. Yeah.
Is there going to be any project, do you know of any projects concerning XL Rope, seeing that they kind of take place in the same universe?
Okay.
I've heard like rumors about that, about how the two are connected.
It's the nerd gears.
Yeah, but some people were saying like characters are like related.
Yeah, like it's possible that
It's
a
like-
character in that show or a couple characters in that show are like,
Like children?
or like great grandchildren or something. It would be interesting if they found a way to sort of mesh the series together in like an OVA or something, but I haven't heard of them doing that as of yet. But you never know. Yeah, I'll go back over here.
Over the course of your entire voice acting careers, is there any scene you look at that, or what is pretty, I mean, because I'm sure you see both lessons where you're just like, you look at it and like, wait, what? Or if, like, just over the course of your entire, what scene or line in what animated game or whatever gave you that reaction, or the strongest reaction?
Like that we looked at and we were like, this is happening right now? Are you kidding me? Like that?
Yeah.
I mean, Sword Art Online had a huge reaction that resulted in Austin being in a coma. I mean, what? I was so upset. I was angry, could not, I had marathoned and I could not watch it. And then I watched one of my favorite TV shows and I picked up one of the episodes and I hadn't seen it before and watched it. The couple in that episode that had been together since the beginning of the series. The guy does something really shady, and I was just like, this is a horrible night for me. And so I had a really rough night. But there's been a couple of times, there's been a couple moments in Fairy Tail where I'm like, I'm sorry, what now? Like Phoenix Princess had a couple moments like that. Just the series in general. I don't know, I think there's been a lot of great series that I'll just watch and like, oh my gosh, I'm so sucked into this universe. I can't believe that just happened. So that happens a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had any where I'm like embarrassed to do it or like, what am I doing? But I've had twists that I wasn't expecting. So the twist in Durarara, I was not expecting my character to go the place that he went to because he was always so happy and just like cheerful and making corny jokes, and then what? Yeah, he's very different. So I was kind of shocked on that one. I did not see that coming. Yeah.
How do you feel that they're making pretty much virtual headset games like
Like Oculus Rift?
Yeah.
And the Sony VR headset.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think games like Sword Art Online could happen. We'll just
They made Hollow Fragments.
Oh, about no.
yeah. I mean, but with like actual nerd gears.
It's kind of frightening, isn't it?
It's frightening, but it's cool.
I don't think we have to worry about the
I'll
dying
take a
part,
chance.
though.
Yeah, as
You
long as you
never
don't
know.
die.
I mean, like you don't know how you don't know what technology's out there and what people are involved with. Like, you never know. You just have to game wisely.
I think I'd be interested in playing.
I would watch somebody else play first.
Think of me like this.
If they woke back up, I'd be like, okay, cool, I might try it. We'll see. I'd have to do increments, like ease into it.
Okay, so we'll start moving back this way. In the back. Yeah, definitely. You ready? I'll give you 3 answers to choose from. 1, Maso Nikita. 2, Maso Nikita. 3, Maso Nikita. Live by the movie, die by the movie. Okay, I know I saw another one over here. Any other questions on this side? We only have a couple more minutes, so we'll only be able to take a few more. Yeah.
SAO is about swords, Alpine is about fairies and magic, Gun is about guns. If you guys had to choose between a new one, like you'd be out about anything, what game would you guys be in?
Gun sounds pretty fun,
I want to do like a time travel dimension shift kind of thing, where there would be like artifacts from different places, like and you'd like I don't know. Time travel would be really cool.
I want a sandwich game where you can eat sandwiches. And if you eat the sandwich in the game, you eat the sandwich in real life.
Oh my gosh. It was like sword cooking online or something.
Sword cooking online.
It's like it's a poster. It's Austin out with like a heat resistant glove.
Okay.
And, like a knife. It's a cooking poster.
That's awesome.
I was like, this needs to be a game. Just a television show.
Sandwich art online.
Grilled cheese. Oh my god. You guys want a tiramisu sandwich? Just have to try. It's really good.
All right, we got time for one more question. We'll go way in the back.
Okay. So if you guys had to explain your Sword Art Online characters in one battle cry, what would you say?
Battle cry.
If you would have to express or explain your character in one battle cry or war cry, what would you say? For the both of you.
I don't know if I can do it in one.
I'm amazed that you even have like at least one.
Well, I think one of them would just be a ridiculous scream.
Right, that's what I was thinking, but I'm like, I don't know how that would express her and
I don't know if this is quite a battle cry, but for Kitty Tail, I would say, ladies love me? With a question mark at the end. Yeah. All ladies love Kitty Tail.
I don't know. That's really difficult because I think that she had like such a crazy, huge arc. A lot of highs and lows. I don't know how I want to like express that. I make awesome sandwiches. I don't know. I think she just makes awesome food in general. Something I don't know anything about.
Your cooking skill isn't high?
Is like nil.
Legendary.
Pathetic. Horrible. Who's your cooking skill, Bryce?
My cooking skill is 0. I can hit buttons on the microwave and then I still mess that
There
up.
you go. Stuff gets burnt. You're like, what? What is this?
That's why we need sandwich art online.
It's like a game where you make an unidentifiable lump of food, and you're like, wow, okay, great.
You could screw it up in the game and then learn your mistake and actually eat your food well, since you learned how to prepare it.
No, I wanna go into the game, find someone with like maxed out cooking skill, have them hand me a sandwich, and then have the sandwich there outside the game, just holding it. Like have it just like appear in my hand, like.
This is a good plan.
Yes, yes. So we'll see you guys in Sandwich Art Online. Thanks so much.
So much for coming out to this panel. Unfortunately, I know a couple of you just joined us. We are kicking everybody out for the next half an hour. Nobody can be in here